me open this. Y'all know it. I literally thought I was gonna get away from it, but the minute I push live, that thing beeps. I know that thing is against me. Okay, what it is, you guys? It is yo girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the drama life prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all face to Blake. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, I am coming through today, March 25th, 2024. Yes. Anyways, just sitting up in the car. I was out to the park. I had released my little family vlogs from yesterday. Y'all, this was a crazy week. Like, and there we go again. Can we stop? Can we like not? Like, why are we still beeping? Stop. Stop beeping. We know to save battery life. Like it just keeps alerting me that even though I'm not even using the battery life because the radio is off. Like, girl, stop. Okay, so this was a long week. So I had y'all already know all the stuff I had to do. I had to go to my friend's birthday party the Saturday night. Then in the morning, I mean, I had this anchoring that I wanted to be at a specific church that day. Um, so I said I was gonna go, but then you know how when I stay up to the wee hours of the morning, sometimes I don't end up making it. But I literally wanted to make sure I made it that day. So I made it to church. I got straight up out the bed. Like this is crazy, y'all. But I literally got out the bed from basically what I had on because I fell straight to sleep after getting home from his party and literally just got out the bed and went to church. Like I didn't do anything. I just got up because I literally had no time. So I went to church. Church was like 10 a.m. ish, basically, but that is early for me because y'all know I stay up to the wee hours of night trying to squeeze in my life purpose into my life around working and everything else. The purpose they try to give us, I try to squeeze my actual purpose into it. So I got up, I went to church. This church is far. It is like at least a good 30 minutes away on the highway from me. So I get up, I get to church. We went through church. I didn't even know that it was Palm Sunday or nothing like that. They had the theatrics, they had the donkey there, and they actually, as they told the story of Jesus, and they basically had the donkey walking through like down the aisles. That was crazy to me. I'm like, wow. Like another pastor that used to do all them theatrics was, I don't know if anybody knows, Zachary Timms. He used to not only preach, but he would actually like almost act it out. It was so like, whoo, like you really, it just captured your attention, right? That's why I had this on because it's hot. I gotta be able to let the windows up and down, but I don't want the beeping. But so anyways, yeah, we went. I went to church. Whatever. I came as I was because that's the way I came, girl. I ain't had time to do nothing else. Oh yeah, before going to my homeboy's party, I actually got to retwist my locks. Like, girl, I have locks like not even on purpose. I don't have purposeful locks. They serving a purpose now, but I did not purposely lock my hair. My hair, which was crazy. 2020, I graduated. No, I did graduate in the end of 2020, but my actual graduation walking across the stage, uh the drop or this was crazy because this was 2021 where they had the stage out in the parking lot and your family would let you out in the parking lot. You walk across the stage, they played the music, they took pictures, and they drove by and took pictures out the window. That was my graduation. But for my graduation, my daughter and her friend had did my hair in these little, I used to wear these two strand twists. They were so cute. But I never took them out, girl. And I kept saying, I need to take these out so I can redo my hair. But for me, it gets harder and harder to do my hair. It gets harder and harder to do my hair because I do have the carpal tunnel and other issues that make it. I have to be very, very, very like set on I'm gonna get my hair done. That has to be like top of mind because it's gonna take me several sessions to sit down and do my hair. So I never really had the time, girl. Like I literally, when 2020 hit, I was like, I need to get my man home because like the world is crumbling and we still ain't together. You mean to tell me the end of the world done came and my man still ain't free? Like, is you kidding me, girl? So I was really on that part, trying to get him home. That I was kind of not focused on things like in the scheme of things in life. You got those things that are so dear and important to you, and then you got the things that are like not really that important. If you could do without them, you can. Like, so getting hair done, nails done, I can do without that stuff. Because when you take something that is so precious to me, those things become back burner things, right? So my hair is going to bed now. Oh, God. So I just kept telling myself, I need to take these things out. They're going to lock in my hair. And girl, they locked in my hair. I never got around to taking them out. So I used to retwist I had about maybe that much of locked hair. And it was at the point where I could have combed it out. But then I never got around to combing them out. So it literally just grew and grew and grew. And then I ended up with like that much of new growth of lock. And for the longest, I kept those twists on the end. And through, I think, 2021, because y'all been with me, really, this hand is doing too much. I cannot feel it. It's like it's just a decoration or something because it is not holding. So, y'all seen them. I used to put them up cute, but it was really locks with the little twists on the end. Girl, so I finally detached those, and that's how I ended up with locks. But then my locks, I don't really just twist them. Y'all know I always re-braid this part in the top, because I wanted, since I had locks that I weren't planning on having, I wanted it to be different to where I can at least keep the top braided. So you'll always see me braid the top, redo that. But then the back, the locks, I just push them up in a ponytail, slap some gel on there, and go. But this time I actually went through my locks, pulled them apart, and retwisted them. And I'm very proud of myself, but it took me all day Saturday to do. Yeah, that's what I did before the party. So then the next day I went to church, and I got out of church. I went back home. My sister had been asked me to take her to see Ghostbusters. She was like, I want to go. I'll even pay for you, girl. So I'm not gonna. It ain't even about her paying for me. Whenever my sister wants to get out the house, I'm going to try to make that happen because it's not a lot of different things that my sister can do. Y'all know that I'm caregiver to her. She is epileptic, so a lot of things scare you that I don't know. It's not easy to do everything, and you cannot do everything when you have. Well, there's levels to epilepsy. She has grand mal seizures, like and I'm just praying for healing for her. We've been praying for a long time. I just want God to release her from that. But even through it, she has always been safe. God has always had somebody around her when it happens. So as we were going, dang, with this, literally, what the, this is doing way too much. I'm not even gonna be able to release this because it's too much fumbling around. My hands can't hold the dang on phone. They just feel so, like, the way that they feel is they feel tingly. They, have you ever fell asleep like on your hand and your hand just tingled and it felt like there was no blood in it. That's what they feel like they're just there and they're barely doing the job they're supposed to do. But literally that was ridiculous. So anyways, she wanted to go to the movies. So we was like, I hadn't ate, I didn't eat, I got it straight up, went to church or whatever. And so I said, okay, so where do you want to get food? Do you want to just grab something at the mall? So I went to, she loves the cheesesteak place. She loves a good cheesesteak because she say it reminds her of um, what you call that thing? Italian beef. Y'all know in Chicago they got Italian beef. Now we do got some Italian beef spots, but before we had that, we always just had to reminisce about it basically. Um, so she loves cheesesteaks. So I let her get her cheesesteak, her stuff from Charlie's Steak cheesesteaks or whatever like that. And I couldn't figure out if I wanted the teriyaki chicken, which is my usual go to, but now they got this place called dang, what was it called? But it's a Caribbean barbecue place. So I had got the jerk fries. Money had got that before, and it was really good. So I was like, that should be simple because I'm thinking they already got the jerk chicken made or whatever, and they just gonna put it on some fries, squeeze some sauce on it, and be done. But so I let my sister, I told her to go ahead and just have a seat. So maybe she's 15 feet away from me because it's like the aisle where you would wait out in the aisle for the line, and then there's a row of trash cans and a bar, and then the seats are behind there. So I'm like, okay, go ahead and sit down and eat because I don't want her to just stand there with her food and then drop her food. So I'm watching for her. Like I'm basically in line, but I'm also trying to watch her to make sure that she's okay. So they're like taking the longest time. Like we literally only had 30 minutes from the time that we bought our ticket before the movie started. So she's like, it's down to like 10 minutes before the movie starts. So they still hadn't called me. And I happened to look over to Kristen and it was like her eye just kept twitching. I'm like, oh God, she's gonna have a seizure. So I had to run over there to her and she's like, she has her sub in her hand and her eye is just twitching and it looks like she's trying to look at me, but she's not quite, I could tell she's not there. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I wish they would just hurry and give me my freaking food so I could get back over to sitting at the table with her because I didn't like that distance between us, basically. So I run over to her. She is having a seizure, but this seizure, I don't know if it's the technical term for it, but she calls it a wake up seizure, where she can tell what's going on, but she's still seizing. So I seen her eye twitching, and I knew that wasn't right. So she has this little magnet thing, and she has a thing that's in her chest that you swipe the magnet, and it kind of shocks, and it kind of snaps them out of the seizing process or whatever. So I said, Kristen, are you here? By her communicating with me, I know this is not one of the seizures where she goes all the way out. So basically, I'm swiping her, and then she says she's okay. Still, they didn't have my food yet. I'm like, at this point, I just want to cancel this order, but I'm hungry as freak, and we gotta, go to the movie. So it was a lot going on. I know you might say, well, if she had a seizure, why would y'all still be trying to go to the movie? Um, what you have to understand is for her, they're a part of her life. So if you are going to not do, like I already told you, it's so limited in some things that she can do, that if you were not going to do anything because she had a seizure, you're going to miss she's going to miss out on a lot of stuff. I remember one time, which was so crazy. I had did, oh, my phone's about to die, but I had did this open call for artists or whatever. My art, like in the real world, does not get much of any attention. Like I have been so long trying to be an artist, which it makes me question, Keita, are you really an artist if you have to beg, like plead and like are you really an artist? Like it feels like I'm the lowest of the artist realm to where I don't really even get recognition of the art. Like it's almost for me the best thing that I am, I'm still the least of the best. It's hard to explain it. But yeah, so I can't even pay people sometimes to look at my artwork basically. So it was an artist open call and I had did this piece and it came out really nice. Like when I have my time to really work on my art and I'm not being pulled in so many different ways and I'm not working my life away, and I'm actually able to focus on my art, I can come up with some great art. Like I literally got gold in these hands, like I was saying before. So she gets we go and this place hangs up all the artwork and we literally get right to the room where my art is and she gets ready to look at mine and she falls, she has a seizure and falls right in front of my piece. And at that point, like the ambulance came in, everybody was coming in, and they was like, "We advise y'all to leave." And we're like, I mean, you can't. There's nothing that can really be done to stop her seizures. We've literally tried everything. So you're basically like, if she doesn't hit her head and actually have like physical damage, then taking her to the emergency room has always resulted in nothing, just a bill and them sending her home, right? So they was like, we advise that y'all just leave because she had a seizure. So I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, so that's why we didn't leave because I mean, this is just something she's gonna have to live with in her life until the Lord heals her, until she receives healing from it. It's a part of her life, right? And a part of my life as her caregiver. So thank God I was watching because my back could have been turned and she could have been on the floor, right? But I know not to leave her like that. You know what I'm saying? I got better sense than that. So I knew even though we had to be distance apart, I knew that I had to keep my constant eye on her. That's why I tell y'all when we go places, y'all think I'm out there having fun, which I am, but I'm always out the side of my eye just looking because I got to always make sure she's fine. So we went through the movie and after that the kids had they were supposed to go to I wanted to take them somewhere for spring break, so I literally only took them to the movies. I think Wednesday we went to see what was that called? It's a animated movie. Oh, Kung Fu Panda 4. And then I was supposed to take them Saturday to Monkey Joe's before the party, but I ended up doing my hair. So I had to squeeze all that into Sunday. But yeah, so we coming up on today, which is Monday. So that's why I kind of been slow throughout today. To me, it almost feels like in my mind, when my mind analyzes things, it feels like I've wasted this day because I haven't done much. I did a little bit of cleaning. I put out a TikTok video, and now I'm recording with y'all. But it's already 4, almost 5. So I feel unaccomplished for the 24 hours I was given in this day. I feel like I have not accomplished enough, which that goes back to my girl. Oh, I ain't watched her in a minute, but Alicia Renice, like girl, she used to talk about that a lot. Like when we're not productive, how we feel less valued, like we're less valuable because we're not producing so much, and how this world has just turned us into just basically. If y'all ever seen that movie, is it called? What's it called? Sorry to bother you, girl. When they was turning people into workhorses, literally, that is what they doing to us. So when we're not always in that workhorse mode, it makes you feel like you're not accomplishing anything, like you're not worthy, like basically you're not worthy, and the world will make you feel that way too. Oh, you don't want to work 3 and 4 jobs? Well, you don't deserve a place to stay. Oh, you don't want to work 3 and 4 jobs? Oh, you don't deserve a car to drive. Like, literally, why is it taking your whole life to just get the necessities? Like, that's crazy. And I keep my journal with me. I wrote this quote today, and I was like, if I'm not, because I usually would beat myself up about I'll look at the time and I'm like, dang, and I ain't did nothing yet. This whole day is gone, and I've got nothing accomplished. And I thought about it, and I was like, but if I'm not doing what God purposed me to do anyway, the time is wasted either way it goes, right? So it's more so trying to find how to get into your purpose than trying to hoard every moment. Like, I gotta understand that moments spent with my family are just as valuable as moments producing a lot, you know? Like, I don't know, it's crazy. But anyways, I'm about to go ahead and go. I have another video. Y'all can meet me over there in that video that hopefully I'll be able to hold my hand through this one. I'm about to drive to another location and hopefully I don't know. But this one just didn't work out too well. All right, guys, it's your girl Cadillac.